Loneliness often feels like a bottomless pit. In the silence of the night, our mind looks for something to fill that void. And more often than not, what we chase is the presence of a woman, as if being with her could erase the emptiness inside. But the truth is far more complicated. A woman is not meant to patch up your inner wounds. She is not an instant bandage for a fragile soul. If you enter a relationship just to cover up your loneliness, you're only fooling yourself. Loneliness is not an enemy you need to escape. It's a mirror showing you who you really are. The harder you try to look away, the deeper that emptiness feels. And chasing women becomes nothing more than a false shortcut. Many men get trapped here. They believe that having a woman will automatically make life complete. But reality proves otherwise. No one in this world can heal the loneliness that lives inside you. Be honest with yourself. Haven't there been moments with women that left you feeling even emptier? After the initial excitement fades, the loneliness comes back, stronger this time. Because deep down, you realize she cannot truly save you. Loneliness can only be faced, not hidden. And this is where most men choose the wrong path. They run, they chase, they hope, only to end up disappointed. The cycle repeats until they're destroyed by the very obsession they created. The question is, do you want your life to keep spinning in this circle? Or will you dare to face loneliness as it is? Because only by confronting yourself can you stop looking for the wrong cure. A woman is not the medicine for loneliness. She can be a companion, a partner, even a soulmate. But she's not the solution to a wound you refuse to heal. And if you don't understand this, sooner or later, you'll lose yourself even further. Many men fall into this trap of illusion. They believe a woman can save them from loneliness. And so, every step in their life revolves around chasing attention and love, as if without it, they are nothing. But the problem is this: the more you depend on a woman for meaning, the weaker you become. You hand over your emotions to someone else. If she's there, you're happy. If she leaves, you're shattered. Your entire life rests on something uncertain. This is where the real danger begins. Because loneliness is not just an empty feeling, it's a push to run away from yourself. And women often become the most popular escape. But an escape doesn't solve the problem. It only moves it around. Isn't it true that so many love stories end in deep wounds? Not because the woman is cruel, but because the man entered with the wrong intention. They were looking for a savior, not a partner, a replacement, not reality. The conflict grows heavier because society feeds the same illusion. Movies, songs, even friends keep saying, you need a partner so you won't feel lonely. This message blinds men from the truth, that loneliness must be conquered, not covered up. And the result is clear. Men become slaves to their own emptiness. They keep chasing women, moving from one to another, only to find the same feeling waiting for them hollow. They are never satisfied because they're searching in the wrong place. In the end, the loneliness doesn't disappear, it grows stronger. Each failed attempt only deepens the wound, and by the time they realize it, they've already lost time, energy, and even their self-respect. This is the real conflict no one talks about. That chasing women is not a solution, but a new prison. A prison built from illusion, where the key can only be found inside yourself. If you're honest, loneliness doesn't appear because there's no woman by your side. It appears because you haven't made peace with yourself. You don't yet know who you are without distractions, without the spotlight, without external validation. Loneliness is a call to return. It asks you to look inward, to uncover the wounds you've been ignoring. But sadly, most men choose to close their ears. They stay busy chasing women to silence a voice within that they never truly listen to. The truth is, when you use a woman as medicine, you stop treating her as a human being. You turn her into a tool for your own emotional needs. And any relationship built like this will only end in pain for both sides. At this point, you need to realize no woman can give your life meaning if you haven't found it yourself. You could have the most loyal partner in the world, but if your soul is empty, the loneliness will always remain. The greatest men are the ones who learn to face loneliness. They sat with it in silence, listened to the emptiness, and built themselves from there. From that pain came strength, principles, and a clearer direction in life. This doesn't mean you should reject women. Not at all. A woman can be a beautiful part of your life, but she should never be the center of it. The difference lies in position. Is she your escape, or your companion once you've already learned to stand on your own. The sooner you understand this, the more control you gain. Because a man who can face loneliness without panic is a man no one can control. He is free, and it's that very freedom that makes him truly attractive. So instead of looking for instant cures, let loneliness be your teacher. Let it show you the meaning of presence, the meaning of loss, and the meaning of love without dependence. From there, you'll rise as a whole man. You need to change the way you see loneliness. Stop treating it as a curse and start seeing it as training for the soul. When you dare to sit with it, you realize loneliness is not dangerous. It's just an empty space waiting to be filled by you. Learn to stand without a crutch. Fill your life with mission, purpose, and hard work. The more you focus on building something meaningful, the more loneliness loses its bite. It no longer frightens you because you know where you're going. A woman can walk alongside you on this journey, but she is not the answer to your emptiness. She adds to your life, but she does not define it. And a relationship can only be healthy if you enter it whole, not half a man waiting to be completed. A man who finds strength in loneliness will see women differently. He no longer chases them as medicine, but welcomes them as equals. From this place, a deeper, more genuine bond can grow. This resolution takes courage, because facing loneliness is never easy. It demands time, consistency, and brutal honesty with yourself. But only through this path can you break free from the cycle of obsession that traps so many men. When you stop searching for medicine outside, you start discovering the cure within. From that awareness comes a peace that cannot be shaken. No matter who comes or goes, your heart remains steady. And it's in that moment that you become a man truly worthy of love. Not because you need it, but because you're already full. Your relationship is no longer about covering emptiness, but about sharing abundance. This is the turning point. Loneliness is no longer your enemy. It becomes your ally. It teaches you the meaning of standing alone, so that when you finally stand beside a woman, it's a conscious choice, not an escape. A woman is not the cure for loneliness. That sentence may sound harsh, but it's a truth you have to swallow. Because the sooner you understand it, the sooner you can stop living inside an illusion that weakens you. Don't turn love into an escape. If you can't sit peacefully in silence alone, you'll never find peace in a crowd. Calmness comes from within, not from who happens to stand beside you. A strong man is the one who can sit in solitude without fear. He doesn't panic, he doesn't run. He faces the silence and conquers it. From that moment, self-control is born, and it changes the way he lives. And ironically, it's men like this who are most desired, not because they chase women, but because they don't need them. They are already whole, and that wholeness is magnetic. They give, not demand. They share, not cling. If you still seek women just to cover loneliness, you will always end up disappointed. But if you discover yourself first, a woman becomes a beautiful addition, not the center of your life. That's when relationships become honest and healthy. Loneliness doesn't have to be a curse. It can be the path home, the path to knowing who you really are without masks or escapes. When you dare to walk this road, you'll discover true freedom. Your life is far too precious to waste chasing the wrong medicine. Don't let emptiness drive you off course. Face it, study it, and use it as fuel to build a life with meaning. Because in the end, no woman can heal you. Only you can. And once you've healed yourself, love becomes something pure. Not an escape, but a choice. If this reflection struck you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Write in the comments, what's your biggest takeaway after watching this? I want to read your story. Don't forget to hit the like button so more men can find this reflection. And if you want more reflections like this, hit subscribe, because this journey isn't over yet.